Let me go call your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law, your mother, your stepmother. Who? Oh, the next door. Next door. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, he probably saying, Auntie, you should like give this for the party. Okay, okay. So what I'll do is okay. Yeah, it all depends how big it is. Okay. So I'll call you and let you know. Okay, okay. Bye. Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna sit in the car?
Yeah, we're gonna sit right here.
Fine. So you took the pictures, all of them.
Yep.
And the ones on the island out there?
Yeah, we got them.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We started already?
Yeah, so let's talk. Let's talk about these islands out here.
Hmm.
You know, how many are there? 5?
There's 5 islands out here. Moku Aula'i, Kukui Ho'olua, Pule Moku, Moku Auia, and Kihevamoku.
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 Let's talk about each one by one. But before we do that, is there some kind of story about all of them together?
Yeah, there's a rock there that a Boy Scout did as a project, but we've known the history way back from Kupuna. Interesting enough, the Kupunas really didn't even share the knowledge, and then later on, a few of them did, and many of them forgot or just never knew it. And so, now we've learned it from, those who know. So they started to tell the story about, how they learned these things. So Moku Auia, the story of these islands are the story of 2 brothers, Niheo and Kana. And they heard about the people in this area that was being killed or eaten by this mo'o, or this lizard. And so they came here and they killed the mo'o and then they cut it into pieces and they threw it out there. So moku ala'i is the snout or the nose of the mo'o.
This one?
Yes, the one out there more towards Haula. And then the biggest piece, this other one is the body of the mo'o.
The one with the
called,
hole in it?
The one with the big hole in it, and it's called Kukui Ho'olua. And Kukui Ho'olua means light or path. And they're saying that there's these two, I don't know what you call them, but that enters in Laia Bay, or trenches, that's what they call them, two trenches that empty into Laia Bay.
Underwater.
Underwater.
Yeah.
And then the other island is called Pulemoku. So trying to teach our children to remember, we say Pule means to pray. So it's picture a man kneeling down in that little middle island and saying a prayer. So it's called Pule Moku. And then the larger island, which we call Moku Auia, and people call it Goat Island because there were goats left on there by a man who wanted to raise goats, and they ate all the grass that was there. So now nobody's allowed to go. Well, they're not allowed to go and take things off that island. And then the last one is called Kihevamoku. So the fishermen, I'd come up here for, early in the morning, and they would ask me, "What are you doing here?" And I would say, "I'm just looking at the ocean and looking at the horizon." And that's how I learned to predict the weather. How my ancestors learned. They would come up here for months and for years, and by the time they were done, they could predict the weather. So they would look at the horizon. Same principle, me coming here at Lanilo Point and learning the stories. So Moku Auia is the snout or the nose of the mo'o. And then Kukui Ho'olua, and different parts of all these islands have, we call that the Hawaiian icebox. That is, Hawaiians that live here know where to go fishing and what type of fish is found there. So we keep those secrets because that's the way of our people surviving. Because if we reveal these stories and the location of these fishing spots, then others will come and they will not respect that. You only take what you need and you just don't take everything. So you take the enough fish for you and your family, and then you leave the rest for others to come later. So I'm as a kupuna, I feel a responsibility to leave the native Hawaiian knowledge that was left with me from the kupunas who have passed, and now I want to leave it to the next generation.
Cool.
Yeah. So there are many stories. I want to share this one. I went to Haula, and I could see these people. They were, having you know, drinking beer, and early in the afternoon. So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll wait till later on in the evening. So my husband and I went to the masa store, and we bought pupus like poke aku, and and we bought some beer. So we went over to this friend's house, and all the men were sitting in the garage, and they were all looking, saying, "Hey, who's that? Who's that? Oh, that's Dawn." And her husband, "Oh yeah, what's she like? What's she like?" So anyway, I go over there. "Hey, how are you guys? Aloha. Brought some poo and beer." "Oh yeah, you brought us beer. So what you like?" I said, "Oh, I just came for visit." So I'm over there sitting down visiting, listening to them, bragging about, the guys, growing up and fishing. So I started to ask them stories. And so they started to tell the story about these two men, fishermen. They were drinking, and one was saying that he could beat him swimming from Lanila Point to Kukui Ho'olua. And they were both there. "I'll beat you." One was older, one was younger. "I can beat you anytime." "Oh, yeah?" The younger one said, "Man, you're so old. I'm going to beat you too." So they were in such a heated argument. And it was nighttime. They came to Lanilo Point at night, and they jumped in the water swimming
Over there.
and went to Kukui Ho'olua. The end of the story is this: the younger man came out of the water crying because the older man beat him. So the moral to the story is, don't challenge an old G, an older guy, because you don't know how good a waterman he is. When he gets in that water, he's a fish. So to the younger generation, only learn from kupuna. No challenge them, because they got some tricks you don't know about. So
Thanks for sharing.
oh,
Auntie.
you're welcome. I enjoy this. I've had this for decades. I was so worried I wouldn't be able to share this knowledge about Hawaii and about the native Hawaiians' knowledge. They're so wise. They had this knowledge way before all these fancy instruments like computers and measuring things. They could predict the weather. I mean, that's why they would come up and look at the ocean, and they're really looking at the horizon. And if you see clouds from the horizon all the way up, it's going to rain. But right now, when we're sitting here, the sun is shining along the horizon, but it's cloudy. So even though today it's going to be cloudy early in the morning, and then you look above, there's still clouds, but they're broken up, and then you got spots of blue sky. So that's telling you that it's going to be cloudy today, and then the clouds are going to be opening up, and then it's going to be clear. Like about maybe between 11 and 1, you will have a clear day, and then just cloudy later on in the day, and then in the evening it'll clear up too. So that's how we learn about the weather. Way before the instruments are predicting weather, we're done already.
Yeah.
So do not cast native knowledge without finding out what's there. There's lots to learn. So mahalo. Okay.